question is, have you made the list? Now I'm talking rubbish. But welcome to another list. Welcome to this channel. I know you've already subbed, and if you haven't, please do. Today's list, the top 10, like the Americans say, most winningest drivers in F1 history. Now you probably know the top 2 are. But there are some surprises. So we're going to do this. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have a look at the top 10 most wins by an F1 driver. Starting off with 10th place. Well, here's a plot twist. It's 9th place. Because it's a shared position. Sharing, well, 10th then, as you are, 9th place, the legendary Jim Clark. Multiple world champion, active in Formula 1 for 8 years, 73 entries, 25 wins, for a win percentage of 34.25%. Well, the Scotsman was a legend of Formula 1, winning his first race in 1962, Belgium, winning his last race 1968, unfortunately also the year he passed away, the South African Grand Prix. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to have another one of those. And sharing 9th with him, 3 times world champion, and Niki Lauda, 25 wins as well. A little bit less impressive win average of 14.12%, but still, come on. Niki Lauda, the man who survived the fiery hell, and they still called him the Rat. My word, he had a bad nickname. Also, 25 wins. 8th place, another great Scot, Jackie Stewart, 3 times world champion, one of the greatest of all time. Stewart, of course, did a hell of a lot of work behind the scenes, which made him unpopular, but which increased safety tremendously. 27 wins, Jackie Stewart, which also comes to a 27% win average, and for the mathematicians there, yes, he had 100 races. 7th, and oh my goodness, another one from the British Isles, and not the last one, Nigel Mansell, the mustache himself. 191 races, 31 wins, win average of 16.23%. Of course, Mansell was one of the all-time greats. His 1992 season still ranks as one of the saddest times in my life because I hated Williams and I loved McLaren. He won the first 5 races of that season, crushing my little heart. But he was really good, and when he was fit and not fat as he was in the last 2 seasons, he was unstoppable. He had the mustache of a fighter and the heart of a lion. 6th place. Wouldn't have guessed this if you saw his last couple of seasons at McLaren. And of course, welcome back to Alpine, sir. Fernando Alonso, 32 wins in 314 races, 10.19% win average. He would of course have won a lot more, but he won his last race in 2013. Yeah. Unfortunately, that spell at McLaren didn't work out. But he's back this season. Let's hope that Alpine or Renault can give him a car that can compete. 5th. Why is he so low? Because he had unfortunately passed away too soon. With 41 wins in 162 races, Ayrton Senna, or as Nelson Piquet called him, the Sao Paulo taxi driver. Wow, Piquet really didn't like him. One of the all-time greats, 25.31% win average. Unfortunately, we all know he passed away in 94 because I really think he had another 15 odd wins in him. That's a shame. 4th place, Senna's great foe, 51 wins in 202 races. For one of my personal favorites, 4-time world champion Alain Prost, and a marginally worse win average than Senna, 25.25. Well, Prost's record says it all. The Professor, as he was called, was a magnificent driver. Not crazy about driving in the rain, but I think that was more a decision than really something forced upon him. 3rd place, and still active, Mr. Sebastian Vettel. 53 wins, 258 races to date, 20.5% win average. Now we're all hoping at Aston Martin can put out a good car for him this season, and maybe there's another 1 or 2 left for the German. Oh, it would be awesome. He hasn't won since 2019 in Singapore. Of course, the last Ferrari he was in was a piece of rubbish. Let's hope he gets his heart back. Let's hope he can add 1 or 2 more. Now, second and first you all know, but let's do it anyway. Second place, Michael Schumacher, 7 times champion, 91 wins, and 29.55% win average. And before we hit number one, you all know number one is, let's have a look at the top 3 win percentages. Third place, Lewis Hamilton. I'm not going to give it away, but he's won 35.7% of his races thus far. Second place, the legendary Alberto Ascari. Only 33 races, he won 13, just under 40%. And percentage-wise, the most successful driver in Formula One history, the magnificent Argentine Juan Manuel Fangio. 4 times world champion, 52 entries, 24 wins. Wow, he drove the hell out of those Mercs back in the day, eh? For a win percentage of 46.15. Tremendous. But back to our original list, and of course, as you know, with 95 wins in 266 appearances, and as we just heard, 35.7% win average thus far, the most wins by a Formula One driver is Lewis Hamilton, or Sir Lewis, or him of the really bad haircuts, or, well, the politician if you want to. He does a lot on the track, he does a lot off the track. Hate him or love him, you can't fight the stats. And that's it, that's the end of our list today. Hang around, check out some of our other videos. Please hit that sub button. Please get other people to hit that sub button. And thank you for watching. God bless.